Our next session is a fireside chat that focuses on an important yet sometimes underestimated element of entrepreneurship: mentorship. Effective mentoring relationships can offer invaluable guidance, accelerate growth, and help entrepreneurs navigate hurdles that might otherwise slow their progress.
To delve deeper into why mentoring matters, we've invited two distinguished leaders who bring extensive experience from the global business arena. First, we have Mrs. Bhavani Raman, co-founder and COO of Elements5. She's an accomplished entrepreneur who understands the intricacies of starting and scaling a business and the power of a strong support system.
Joining her is Mr. Rajaram Balasubramanian, VP and Head of Global Services at Spirent Communications. With a wealth of leadership experience, he has championed strategic growth and understands how mentorship can foster innovation and the importance of how a strong co-founding team can enhance mentorship dynamics and drive businesses forward.
Meet a dynamic leader with over 2 decades of expertise in technology and business transformation, a true game changer. Rajaram Balasubramanian, currently serving as Vice President and Head of Global Business Services at Spirent Communications. Rajaram has driven exceptional growth, scaling a global team from 0 to 175 members and achieving a remarkable 23% compound annual growth rate in just 3 years. With leadership roles at industry giants like Tech Mahindra, Arascent, Cognizant, and Wipro, Rajaram has consistently delivered innovative solutions, managed multi-million-dollar portfolios, and led strategic sales initiatives across global markets. Known for strategic vision, stakeholder management, and building high-performing teams, Rajaram has a proven track record of turning challenges into opportunities, driving startups, and leading transformational change. Today, Rajaram Balasubramanian brings invaluable insights on mentoring matters, the importance of entrepreneur mentoring, blending expertise in technology, finance, and leadership to inspire innovation and growth. Please join me in welcoming Rajaram Balasubramanian. Meet Bhavani Raman, a visionary leader and a trailblazer in the technology sector, with over 25 years of experience in driving innovation and growth. As the co-founder and chief operating officer of Element5, Bhavani has propelled the company to remarkable heights, securing $50 million in funding and building a team of 200 talented professionals across the US and India. Under her leadership, Element5 has become a leader in its domain, serving 9 of the top 10 enterprises in the industry with cutting-edge solutions. Beyond her business acumen, Bhavani is a dedicated mentor, empowering women in tech and nurturing the next generation of industry leaders. Her pioneering work includes launching ChennaiMoms.com, a community that impacted millions of mothers in India. Her expertise in strategic finance, healthcare, and Industry 4.0 has been marked by meticulous planning, performance-driven strategies, and a relentless focus on innovation. Today, we are honored to have Bhavani Raman share her inspiring journey and invaluable insights. Please join us in welcoming this remarkable leader.
So, good morning, everyone. First of all, thanks to ATEA for having us here. The next 20 minutes or so, we're quickly going to discuss certain aspects of mentorship, which I'm sure all of you are interested in. We want to bring a collective experience. I mean, Bhavani obviously has been a serial entrepreneur, been very successful. I've been on the enterprise side, having a bit of success, not as much as you guys, given that you guys are bold enough to venture alone. But I would definitely find it worthwhile to share some of my experiences in terms of mentorship and how to actually leverage the strength, the learnings that you get in corporate and apply it to, to the startup ecosystem. Having said that, a quick show of hands, how many of you today in your startups and your journeys of entrepreneur journey have mentors today? Quick show of hands. Okay, I would expect it more actually. So with that, the first question really goes to Bhavani here. mentorship, its significance, right? What has been your experience? What has been your thought process, right? Purely in terms of leveraging the power of mentorship.
Yeah. Thanks, Raj, for the question. It's very relevant to the meeting today now that the hands that went up was so less. I would like to start off with my personal opportunity where I missed and then now I have to take a mentor and grow into a successful path, which I missed earlier. I am a serial entrepreneur and this is my third company. My first startup is the Chennai Moms that was shown in the AVI. And I didn't have a mentor then. And I made a lot of mistakes. I learned from it, I corrected it, and I have not repeated it. But the time, the energy, and the money that was lost is still standing. The opportunity missed is a missed opportunity. Otherwise, that would have been $1 million company by now, but it is not. So I would strongly suggest that you take up a mentor and go into a successful path. And I would like to add that founders, especially the solopreneurs, are traveling a lonely journey. They don't have friends, they don't have anybody to handhold them. They are venturing into new path. And a typical mentality of any entrepreneur is to take a less traveled path. We don't like that path that everybody travels. So we go into a lonely path, and what else can be a very good opportunity to have a mentor who has walked the path before you. So please seek for mentorship, and ATEA can be a very good platform to seek for mentorship and take up on them. To add more on the Chennai Moms, similarly, now I have been leading the Element5. We have mentors, advisors, the company advisors, as well as my personal advisors and mentors. So here now, we would have taken Series C by this year. That was the plan when we took Series B. But we did not because of all the macroeconomic trends and many other things that is going on now in the industry. These are the inputs that come from our mentors, from our advisors. So the first opportunity that I missed in Chennai Moms was I didn't take the funding. I was very late in the game. I went ahead being the software engineer mentality. I went and put ahead a product and took the product to the market and then went to the investors. I was very late because there were many other social media and sites that was already there before me. So if I had the mentor at that time, they would have advised me to get the funding first, go with an MVP, and then check the market product fit and whatever is the next things to come. So there I was late in the investment. Now I am delaying the investment. That was an opportunity missed because I didn't have a mentor. Now I have the opportunity, but I am taking it in my hand to delay my investment because of the same mentor's help, with the same mentor's help. So this is my personal journey on why startups needs, especially the founders need a mentor. This is on the startup. So how does it work in the corporate setup?
So corporate, I wouldn't say it's very different, just with what I would probably categorize as the appetite for risk, right? So many of us have worked in corporate enterprises. The advantage you get is the ability to sensitize, socialize yourself with different functions, right? Be it managing a business unit, be it sales and marketing, be it running a business from, say, grounds up to a scale. You get that opportunity to work along those functions in an enterprise, provided, right, you have the right level of sponsorship within the executive leadership team, as well as the hunger for you to really show that you can stretch. I think Dr. Sandeep gave very good nuggets of work intelligently, work smart, and work, right? Or probably learn from some of the things that you see, observe, and try and put it into practical use. Same with Sukanya and Shanti, who were talking about word of mouth, right? So I think all these are things that you can inculcate as well when you're working in an enterprise. The only caveat being is you have freedom, but within boundaries, right? Corporate and enterprise are responsible to report results on a quarterly basis. If they're listed, If you're private with the intent of going public, yeah, I mean, you need to entice potential investors, and therefore you need to have a healthy balance sheet, good numbers, good funnel. So the spirit of entrepreneurship is very much there, which we call entrepreneurship. Again, but within the boundaries that you're given to make an impact, it's very, very fruitful and actually prepares you for the next level, right? Eventually, if you want to go out solo, want to try out new stuff, the experience you carry with you is very rich. It sets you up for a good foundation to build startup or probably mentor or consult or even add value to the ecosystem that you want to eventually be part of. So all in all, I think it's not very different, just that I think the ability for you to learn is slightly easier because you don't have to struggle as much, which I'm very respectful of in the startup ecosystem, just that's the benefit you get. The returns obviously is proportional based on your risk appetite. But all in all, I think mentorship is there across any path that you choose, be it a startup, be it enterprise, just the boundaries are different. So having said that, Bhavani, I think mentorship, again, at least from personally, I think I've learned a lot. It's been a rewarding experience. But again, mentorship is a function of time, investment from the mentor. You being a mentee will have to be equally invested. So what are the boundaries or the rules of engagement, that you typically expect, right, in a mentor-mentee relationship, especially from a startup ecosystem, because everything less is more. You have very few resources to work with, and whatever you get obviously is an incentive, right? It's an advantage that you get by learning from mentors. So what are the rules of engagement that you typically deal with?
That's a good question, Raj. Boundaries are very important because the mentor's time is not free. And so does the mentee's time as well. So we cannot expect a mentor and mentee to be meeting all the time on a daily basis. There should be a cadence, but it cannot be on daily basis. I would like to start off this with the first point of identifying a mentor. A mentee and mentor should have something in common, not only your expertise, but also your personality. So if you take me, I'm a person who doesn't take much risk. So if I get a mentor who takes a lot of risk, anything that he or she is advising me is not going to be incorporated by me. So you need to identify a mentor who will help you to a success path, who will travel along with you. And the second most important point here is to ask specific questions. Just give you an example, last year we wanted to expand our support team to nearshore. And if I have asked this question to any mentor, they would have said Mexico. It's near, it's cheaper. There is no second thought about it. But I know the ground reality where I am looking for not only a support engineer, but also they should have a very good communication skills to talk to my customers, to pick up the call and communicate. And when I put forth these two things together to a mentor, the mentor came back and removed Mexico completely, because if you're going to look for both these combinations, it's not going to be cost effective anymore. So this is where you have to be very specific on your ask. You know the ground reality. They don't. You don't want a generic advice that you can use ChatGPT. There is no need for a mentor. So ask specific question, put all your caveats, risks that you have identified. So there has to be a communication and discussion with your mentor. Set a cadence that works for both of you. And at the same time, when you have to, if you want your mentee's time and mind on your part, you have to communicate, even if it is one way, even if you don't receive a reply from your mentor. Only when they see that you are acting up, you are giving your time for them, for their word, the reciprocation automatically comes from the mentor. And last but not the least, if you really want your mentor's skin in the game, offer them advisory equity from your company. I have done that and it has been successful. But as I said, identify your mentor, walk them through, work with them for some time before offering, and get their skin in the game. Those are the boundaries and making the mentor-mentee relationship a success one. Not only for you, but also for your company.
It's all about making it count and making mutually beneficial.
Yeah. But these are all like in a small setup. I am talking about my last company. I scaled it to 600 people. And initially we had mentors, and later on it became successful by itself, like Shanti and Sukanya touched upon. The partners and customers started referring, and the company grew after we spun off the threshold limit. And in Element5, we are 200 plus, and we are nearing that threshold. But when it comes to scale, the mentoring becomes very difficult. How do you handle this in corporate world where you deal with thousands of people?
I mean, scale is a very subjective word. In the corporate world, 1,000 may not be big enough, right? But I get the point in, where you're coming at. I think one of the problems that we have seen, right, just not in enterprise, but specifically to startup, is the ability to scale. I mean, you have a great idea, most of you are technologists, but when you get something big to solve, right, say a large deal, probably tens of millions of dollars, I mean, relative to the size you are in, often pose the challenge, okay, have you done that? Is there credibility? Your customers would want to know about credibility. Show me when and where have you done that, right? I think this is where dipping into an ecosystem, right? Be it partners, be it seasoned executives who have been there, done that, probably as a form of a mentor, can come in and advise you to scale, right? I don't see the problem in enterprises today because we will figure out a way to hire people, there's budgets and everything. But in startup, it's very different. And that's where I think a very symbiotic relationship that you forge with your mentors, ecosystem, partners, right? The word of mouth that's often referred to in terms of the network that you have, ATEA as a forum, right, where you can dip into a lot of skill sets. I think skill set is the term that I heard today as well, which is extremely important to build. I think all of this and combination is what is going to make us successful when it comes to addressing the problem of scale. And last but not the least, also, growing the second and third level of, layer of leadership within your organizations. Startup absolutely is important because as you grow your wings wider, I mean, more skill sets are required, the ability to handle those new challenges are needed, and therefore the composure and the acumen to go with the flow is extremely important. So all of those things, I'm sure, is going to be something that you all will look into as your startups continue to grow and evolve. But yeah, that's where I think the problem of scale also can be handled with time and experience. Anything else from you? Last words? I know time is up, Shanti. Sorry.
You touched
Bhavani.
upon the layers of mentorship.
Yeah.
That is a very good and different take on the startups, especially on your second layer of leadership. When you start off with your co-founders, you are at a level. And you need to have the second layer. Otherwise, you will not be able to even take a day off. So that would be and you will burn out. We are all humans. So the second layer of leadership, mentoring them is very important. And we have an inbuilt in-house framework for mentoring the second layer and the third layer of the leadership. This is mainly because I always say the founders are jack of all trades and they are king of one. They cannot be replaced for that particular skill of theirs, at least one. And when it comes to the second layer, they will also have aspirations. So we usually ask for their aspirations and ambitions and match them with the founders who can mentor them in person. We set a goal for 3 years, then we set a cadence of quarterly to say what they have to learn, what has been achieved, are they on track, and stuff like that. This framework has not only made them buy into the company's culture, but also they are doing this for their reportees. So the culture gets sent down. This not only helps with the retention of all the people because the founder themselves are spending their time on the people. They are coaching them. And this will also be a very good part of the company's success. So the second and third layer of team that we are building is very important. So it's not enough that we alone get mentored. We also should mentor the team and make them grow and be successful similar to us.
No, absolutely. I think we've run out of time, but I think it was definitely an engaging discussion. Bhavani, thanks for that. once again, both of us thank ATEA for having us here and look forward to talking to most of you out here and learning from your rich experience and success stories. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.